I guess what interests me, well, there's many, many things that interest me, but the inspiration for what became Square. And I think the pattern of this is really interesting because you and Jack were talking about starting some kind of business and sort of looking around for what might be I think you call it a perfect problem you guys could solve. So it wasn't like the inspiration came first and then the entrepreneurial energy went behind it. It was almost like the other way around. Which is different because that's not the narrative you usually hear about entrepreneurs, right? You usually hear about the apple fell from the sky and the heavens opened and I had this inspiration and then I went and chased my dream. And this was sort of the other way around. You were, as I understand it from the book, you were talking and reading and thinking you wanted to start something, and then the inspiration came out of the glass business.
Yeah, and we're lucky we got the inspiration because the idea that Jack and I were about to pursue, I think, was pretty lame, and I don't think Jack was excited about it either. But Jack and I had always enjoyed working together. And, after he got kicked out of Twitter the first time, he was, back in St. Louis and he didn't know what he was going to do. And he said, "Hey, Jim, why don't we start a company together?" And I was like, "Great, what do you want to do?" And he's like, "I don't know, what do you want to do?" So we had this desire to, sort of get the band back together, but we hadn't written any songs, right? Okay. So, fortunately, my horse died, my truck broke down, and then I had some inspiration for songs, right? There was that's the whole thing. In the case of Square, I was actually in my glass studio trying to sell a piece of art, basically to pack up and move to California. I was, clearing the studio out, and I really wanted to get rid of this thing, and it was expensive and it was ugly. And like, if you can sell something that's ugly for a lot of money, like, do it, right? So I was so happy to get this sale, and then all of a sudden it falls through because I couldn't take an Amex card. And that was the inspiration for Square, because I looked at my mobile phone and I was like, why does this stupid mobile phone not take credit cards? Like, it does everything else. Like, it turns into a TV, it turns into a video conferencing system. It turns into a game or a book or a map or a radio. Like, it turns into whatever I want. That's what I consider my mobile device, this magic thing that like magically becomes whatever device I need it to become. And it wouldn't turn into a credit card machine. So we made it do that.